Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow tacticians, welcome back. And the reason I say welcome back is because last week was a little bit of a drought in terms of content for my channel. Aside from the Tournament Arena video and a couple of the Mission Elite videos that we didn't really post too much, didn't really record too much, didn't really prep too many different videos that I have on the horizon. And that's because last week definitely was interesting and a lot happened. And in today's video, I want to cover some of the news of the things that have happened and some of the hopefully exciting announcements, I find them quite exciting myself, that are on the horizon / coming up today, being announced officially today. So, let's get into it. The number one thing, and maybe some of you know this, maybe some of you don't, maybe some of you have seen it and have some question marks going on. But if you look in the leaderboards right now, you will no longer see Steve. It's still there, it just looks different. And we have officially renamed ourselves to IVS CELESTEVE Lions. First part being pretty telling is the Steve Guild, or previously known Steve Guild, is no longer part of the Evolution Alliance and is now a part of Invictus, or IVS. And without going into all the details, because nobody wants to air out any sort of laundry, whether it dirty, clean, or, just been sitting on the floor for a little bit, I will go ahead and give you a shotgun version of what happened. Essentially, Evolution Alliance and Steve decided to part ways because ultimately neither side felt like they were getting anything out of the relationship from the other. Steve, now CELESTEVE Lions, felt that being at the top of the alliance and not really having any sort of way to really pull from the alliance and really strengthen themselves, that we weren't really getting anything from the alliance on that aspect. Not only that, but the rest of Evolution felt like Steve really wasn't contributing and offering that, I guess, top 10 experience back down to the rest of the alliance. So mutually, we weren't really assisting each other, we felt like. Now, there was a little bit of a layer of animosity kind of behind the scenes that was lingering, and like I said, don't want to really get into too much of the drama, so to speak. However, just due to the nature of where Steve was in the alliance, due to the nature of trying to bring players up to that guild, we got branded as poachers. And it went so far back as when I joined Steve back from a previous Evo guild is when a lot of that animosity really kicked off, and the leadership team from Steve really felt that. So after a thorough discussion between the leadership team, myself, Ingvar, and Drew, we ultimately decided that maybe finding a new home would be the most beneficial thing that we could do. After discussing it with Evolution Alliance, we ultimately came to terms and said, hey, look, this is just not working out, and we departed. We thought it was going to be on great terms, but it seems that things didn't go over as smoothly as we wanted. And as a result of our actions, Steve 2, known as Cult of Steve, was also removed from the Evolution Alliance. Now, one thing that I want to discuss here before I segue into the next part is the Steve leadership team, or CELESTEVE Lions leadership team, consists of Drew, Ingvar, and myself. I have been made the official leader in the guild roster. However, the guild is very much run in a triumvirate fashion, and the only reason that I am filling that role officially, I want to highlight these air quotes if you're just listening, is due to the fact that I'm just more vocal and more active, especially in the new alliance, and we felt like that was going to be the best way to, kind of bridge some of the gap in relationships. Ingvar and Drew are very much so still in charge and very much so still have a very active voice in every single decision, and I defer to them heavily, especially being the new guy onto the team. Now, the reason I bring that up and I talk about myself moving into the leadership position, once again air quotes, is because it also meant that DreadZone was removed from the Evolution Alliance. the Evolution Alliance is very xenophobic when it comes to having people from outside organizations, entities, clusters, whatever you want to call it, inside their alliance, inside their Discord, period. And the leadership team for Evolution felt that it was going to be a conflict of interest for me to be the leader of CELESTEVE Lions inside the IVS Alliance and still run a guild inside of Evolution. I understand, although I disagree. I still did my best to try to help the individuals inside of the EVO Alliance, offer advice, and really spent an equal amount of time there and with the new organization. So, once again, difference of opinions, but this also means that DreadZone needed to find a new home too, and so did Cult of Steve. And the leadership team of IVS was gracious enough and, just hospitable enough to bring in both of these guilds. So let that be the official announcement that IVS DREADWING will now be the new name for DreadZone and will still officially perform the same role that we performed before. I still very much so want it to be a development guild for new players to come in and learn the game, with the leadership team consisting of top 10 players, alt accounts, to really offer a lot of advice. And I can't be more proud of what DreadZone, now DREADWING, has come to. We've climbed 400 places in the rankings from last season to this season. The amount of questions that I'm seeing, the amount of growth that I'm seeing from the players has been absolutely fantastic. So thank you, everyone, for the support for DreadZone. Thank you, IVS, for making it our new home. If you're a DreadZone member and this is the first time that you're seeing this, go ahead and click on the link that's going to be coming up here soon. Or, go to the Discord and really get yourself comfortable. Soon all of our channels are going to be active, and it's going to be absolutely awesome for all of us. So I look forward to that. Now, I'm leading CELESTEVE Lions, air quotes, leading. I'm also leading DreadZone, and that's 2 guilds inside of the IVS Alliance. I have also done my best to step up and really try to help out the new IVS community. And with that being said, I wanted to announce that this channel will be officially partnering with IVS, the Alliance. Very similar to some other content creators you may have seen. Hopefully you have seen, because there's some stellar ones out there. Being officially partnered with their alliance, I thought it best to officially partner with mine. And if you have not heard anything about IVS prior to this, the leadership team is absolutely fantastic. They really have a great team dedicated to developing tools and bots to really level up some of the information gaps that heavily exist in this game, and some of the ease of accessibility to some of that information as well. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take a look real quick at the IVS recruiting infographic. Apologies, I had a little bit of audio issues and had to record over this, but yes, 18 guilds, soon to be 19, 530 members, 1 awesome cluster. This alliance is absolutely fantastic. Go ahead and use that Discord link, or check the one down in the comments below, and be a part of a great family today. Definitely, I don't regret it, and hopefully you won't either, so thanks. Now we're going to go ahead and also toss up that logo real quick as well, because we're making it official. That is not the only partnership that DreadZone has made. We're still tied officially to the DreadZone organization. While yes, the guild will be renamed to DreadWing, DreadZone is still a very important part of my life. It's also a very important part of this channel. For anybody that does not know, DreadZone's a gaming organization primarily focused in North American League of Legends amateur scene, and has been doing absolutely fantastic with 4 different teams competing pretty consistently and competitively in their respective leagues. We've got some very promising teams, and they're doing fantastic. But the reason I wanted to make that kind of transition is because this channel now also has a sponsorship. The W Energy drink has sponsored DreadZone's official Twitch streams for quite a while, and we're also going to be incorporating that sponsorship into this channel. If you need some energy, you're feeling a little bit down, go ahead and check out W and use the code DZGWIN for a discount. Get yourself something, get us something, and hopefully we keep the channel moving. The channel has grown beyond my wildest dreams in the past month. Despite not being able to land the Snowprint partnership, which was one of our goals, we still have grown all the way up to 270 subscribers. The views on the channel have been absolutely amazing, and I thank all of you for that. Hopefully one day we'll be able to still land that official partnership with Snowprint, but if not, we'll still find other ways, like utilizing the sponsorship, to really see if we can go ahead and get you some awesome giveaways, whether it has to be cash prizes or something else. We'll see what happens in the future, but definitely want some more giveaways. One more quick announcement regarding DreadZone is we are still looking at forming DreadZone 2. Now, DREADWING will be the main guild, so DreadZone will be the new guild starting, and it will fall outside of the scope of the IVS Alliance. But with how many people have requested to join the guild recently, we just don't have room for everybody, unfortunately. So I will be breaking away with my clean account, the one that you've seen doing the Zero to Hero series, and forming that guild on that. If you're interested, please let me know. And as soon as that guild is formed, I'll be posting it in one of the newer videos coming up, and make sure that you're able to get a hold of myself, able to have that guild code, guild tag to get in, and yeah, that'll be awesome. So, those are all the announcements for pretty much the guild status. Now, jumping back to the channel, and two exciting announcements, I hope, is that with how much that we have grown, I wanted to increase channel quality a lot. Hopefully in the last couple of videos, you've noticed a few changes to the background, to the logos, to the placements, and hopefully it's looking a little bit more clean for everyone. I've taken a lot of feedback, added the timestamps in, mostly everything that I've gotten that I look as good feedback, I incorporate. I think anybody that just listens to themselves as an echo chamber and doesn't aim to grow, I think is a little misguided personally. But I really want to level this up. The way that we've grown, I feel I'd be doing a disservice to everybody if I don't. So with that being said, I have made plans to onboard an official video editor. This individual is somebody that I've worked with for years in DreadZone and is one of the co-owners of DreadZone, so I'm very excited to have him helping out. Nick, Muse, whatever he decides to go by, will be doing a lot of the video editing where it is required. Not for this video, since this is just the announcement video, but soon we hope to get that all incorporated. Now, as for one of the biggest things, is the upcoming planned content for this week. Ideally, I want to release the first of the tier list series, which will be an entire series tier listing practically everything. And one of the biggest qualms that I have with this game is it's really hard to recommend anything specific. And what I mean by that is, what character should I develop? Well, what are your goals? Do you want to do Arena? Do you want to do Guild Raid? Do you want to be better at Mortarion? Do you want to be better at Gaz? Do you just want to do the campaign, right? And that's one thing that I've had to ask everybody that asked for advice. So I want to do a tier list video series, and we're going to be breaking it up into several different chunks. The first is going to be Chaos characters and Chaos abilities. The reason is because we want each player to be able to, especially for new players, I think this is crucial, to identify how they need to take a look at different individual resources like Chaos Orbs or Chaos Badges and prioritize them for smart use, because they are a valuable commodity, and if you misprioritize them, you can set your roster back quite a decent amount. Now this will extend to do the Imperials, to do the Xenos, to doing Mortarion tier list, to doing a Gas tier list, Tournament Arena tier list. So all these are going to be on the horizon. Chaos characters, I think, is going to be the smallest, easiest tier list to tackle. It's only 14 characters. However, there's going to be quite a big difference of opinions on this video. Some people are not going to agree, and hey, everybody has an opinion, right? So we'll make do with it. I am going to be bringing in a little bit of expertise for this video, get some members of both the CELESTEVE Lions, it sounds so weird to say it, I love it though, and IVS as a whole to pitch in and give us their thoughts before that video goes live. So it's going to be a tier list by panel, not just me in an echo chamber. Zero to Hero hasn't been posted recently, but the account has grown quite a bit. We finally unlocked all the characters needed for the Fall of Cadia mirror campaign, so that will be going live soon. I'm also going to be doing an update to the character reviews, as several characters have been released since our big character review video. I also want to take a look at some other other raid video reviews as a whole, to include both Gazcool and Mortarion, and also take a look at some of the different things that we're going to be implementing in a guild to really level up our performance. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that was just a lot of me talking. I'm going to be including timestamps so you can skip to your favorite part, but hey, if you've gotten here, then you've probably already done so, most likely. I am very excited for not only the new alliance that we're going to be a part of, but also for the channel growth, channel plans, and upcoming content. As always, ladies and gentlemen, this channel wouldn't exist without you. I have been just absolutely blown away by the amount of community feedback that I've gotten, and some of the positive comments, some of the criticisms that I've gotten. It's all welcome. You know how to reach me, either via Discord, JShade, or in the comment section below. I check everything. My DMs are always open, and as always, I'm here for you. Peace.